What's up, everybody? So, Christmas in July, and I just wanted to hit on some things of can you really make money hanging Christmas lights? We love Christmas lights. I love Christmas lights. I'm actually thinking about starting a permanent lighting business myself. And if I do that, I will journey my way through the journey so that way we'll be on this channel also of the Christmas light channel of my YouTube. And so that is something that I will be looking at doing and journaling my way through the business. And so today I just wanted to hit on some things because I know some people are like, you can't make money. I remember when I started my Christmas light business, I talked to a landscaper and he was a good friend. And he was like, man, you know what? You cannot make money doing Christmas lights your very first year. He's like, I've tried to do this over and over and over, and I've had no luck at all. And there's no money in Christmas lights. And so I started my Christmas light business, even though he wasn't for it. And so I did very well with it, and we grew that business to do over $500,000 a year just in Christmas lights before we sold it. And so there's definitely money to be made in Christmas lights. And since someone had to put it in here, I want to know how much did you make your first year in the Christmas light business? I would love to hear. I love to hear $40,000 the very first year last year. And I always tell people that if you follow what I tell you to do and you don't get discouraged and you keep doing it, you can make anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. I'm actually going to bump that up because I've had a lot of guys even hit up to $100,000 their very first year. I have two guys that I know that did over $200,000 their very first year by following the model of what they needed to do, and they were willing to spend money in marketing, and that's how they were able to do over 200. One did 240,000 his very first year, and one did a little over 200,000 their very first year. Now, these are rather larger businesses. This isn't just a small business. They have lots of employees already. They understand a lot of that harder stuff for sure. $35,000 first year only advertising with Facebook and yard signs, and that is awesome, right? That is awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, well, let's get started here a little bit. So what kind of got me onto this here was listen to Jason. What kind of got me going on this road of what I want to hit on today is I put a post out here, and on this post kind of just, I had a lot of people answer some questions. And so, what skills or experience needed to succeed in a Christmas light business. And I had some really good comments. I really liked some of the comments. Some of them, I'll hit on why I didn't like them. But the ability to follow up is the top 5 skills in my opinion. Yep, if you're not following up, you're letting money on the table. Last year we had people to follow up, and I don't know why it says Facebook user on there. I don't know. I follow up. Last year we did some follow-ups, and it ended up bringing like $5,000 to $8,000 just by sending a text out or an email. So it is definitely important that we follow up. You need to price it properly. Well, I don't know about that so much. Have excellent customer service and deliver quality work. Yep, thick skin, because you're going to hear no a lot, and that is true 100%. Customer service, number 1, attention to detail and continuous learning is a great one. Communication is key. I love that. Communication is definitely key. That sets us apart a lot of times, is communicating, the ability to make your service a unique experience. He didn't say sell the lights. He didn't say sell pricing, sell all of this, but sell a unique experience for the customer goes a long way. And I would put in all cases, right? Because when we sell the experience and we sell this is what makes us get the higher dollars. If we come up here and we hit on some things that we sell other things, we won't get our pricing that we want. Persistent and perseverance, ability to be relentless and putting in the time and work. If you listen to what Jason says, put in the hours, you'll get results. That's not what I said. That's what David said. Must not be afraid of heights. And no, if ands or buts about it, that is true. Ladder work is something. Making the phone ring, right? This is a tough one right here. This can be one that gets a lot of people in trouble. Not a skill or experience, but you need good insurance. Well, yeah, that's true. And then the skill to put bulbs on the peak. Again, I've done hundreds of jobs and I didn't ever worry about putting bulbs on the peak, because when we put bulbs on the peak and we worry about that kind of stuff, we're not selling experience. We're selling whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. Look, in this picture is no bulbs on the peak, but only you Christmas light service business install gurus, as everybody would want to say, will notice that, right? Some people will notice it, but most people, they want to. We got several comments on how beautiful this house looked. They didn't care one bit about the bulb at the peak. Now, you can make them even and equal or whatever, but we worry about things that we don't always need to worry about that doesn't make us money. And I know I will get some slack for that right there, but you know what? I'm here to help you guys start and grow a business and be successful. And these are things that help us to be successful. So let's start with understanding. Let's see. Well, I want to see what else we got. People over here. Listen to Jason. It's Ken. Okay. Do you live on YouTube too? I do. So this is on YouTube on my Christmas light channel. I don't know if I have. I think if you type in Christmas lights help, you'll find my channel here. And that's where. And also, I will put a link. I need to start putting a link. ChristmasLights.io. I will put a link there where you can get to the Facebook group too that I have. A Facebook group that's open to Christmas light installers too. That's where some of you may be seeing it. So let's understand, what is the Christmas light install business? When is the time of year for the Christmas light install business? And so, can you really make money doing Christmas lights? Yes, you can really make a lot of money installing Christmas lights. Again, we're not installing Christmas lights that make us the money. We are selling and we are doing an experience, right? If we sell an amazing experience, an amazing, when they come home and they just look at their house and they go, right? That's what we are selling. When you sell lights, you don't make money. I know I will get slack for this, but I'm just telling you the truth. I know sometimes the truth hurts and we want to believe other things, but that is what we have to think about. What's up, Jason? Gabe here out in Phoenix, Arizona. I run a window cleaning, solar cleaning business. I have $10,000 saved up to start for Christmas lights. Awesome. That's a great marketing budget to start marketing your business. That's what that would be. What's up? So, understanding the Christmas light business. So when we first start out, 25,000 the last 4 days. Look at that, 25,000 in the last 4 days. Is this Tyler Zimmerman? I don't know if it is or not. But this is something that the Christmas light business is definitely a business that we will be able to get going and running and be able to make money. So when is the Christmas light business? So if this is your first year, you could start Facebook ads, and maybe some people will start in July, and some of these people will start in if this is your first year, you're going to get majority of your customers in the end of October and even the 1st of November. So November through Thanksgiving. And depending on when Thanksgiving is, you will get some after Thanksgiving. And you will install all the way up to about December 10th through the 15th. When you get busier, you will start installing October 1st. And when you get even busier than that, you will start installing in September. But that takes a little bit. You know, Donovan, he's been doing it 4 or 5 years, and he's still in October, be able to get everything in October. Because when we sell an experience, people don't want an experience in September on their house, right? And so this is some issues that we run into and this is how we're, things that we may have to overcome. So understanding the Christmas light business is definitely important as we sit there and we think about, when do people want to start installing Christmas lights. It's not a hard business. It's fairly easy. The hardest part is selling the experience, right? That is the hardest thing. Potential revenue streams. There's several obviously we have the lights on here. This is going to be a cost. The lights on all the poles here, that's more cost. If we put a wreath up here somewhere, 1 or 2 wreaths, that's more cost. We can do stake lighting down here on the bottom. That's extra cost. We can do the bushes. We can do all kinds of things that's going to drive revenue for us, so we can make the money, so we can do this. This is kind of back to what Ken did. Okay, awesome. Is Tyler installing? He's only doing permanent lighting, I think. So startup cost and overhead expenses. So this is something that the startup cost is a good question. The biggest thing I would say the startup cost is safety equipment. It is the most important thing, is the safety equipment. A lot of times we do stuff that we might be a little sketchy that we shouldn't be doing right out of the get-go. So safety is definitely important. So you need cougar poles. I would recommend, they're about 200. And if you want to, I have a page on christmaslights.io. And it's called christmaslights.io/tools. I don't think I have it up here. But let's see, is this in here? What's this one? Oh, that's ugly. Let's see if we can make that a better background, because that's not good at all, is it? Here we go. And we will go, bam. Green screen. Well, maybe. All right. Well, that sucks. But christmaslights.io/tools is a good place that you'll be able to find this here. And so it is where you will be able to get all the stuff that I'm telling you here. And so safety stuff is probably one of the most important things that we can get. So you need cougar poles. They help. They're shoes that you put on. They're about $200, $250. They work amazing. You can replace the soles out of them. They work really good. You can use the pitch hopper. I would recommend the pitch hopper. You need ladders, a 28 or a 32 foot ladder, maybe a 40-foot ladder. You need, let's see, what else you need. Either you could use the GOAT or the Ridge Pro are 2 more things that you can use. You can use, you need cutters, but all of that stuff is pretty cheap. And you might say, well, Jason, you never said I need to buy lights. Well, you don't need to buy lights until you sell lights. Now, if you have money that you have $30,000, then you can buy $5,000, $10,000 worth of lights, right? But I want you to spend $5,000, $10,000 in market. If you only have $5,000 or $10,000, I want you to spend $1,000 to $2,000 on safety equipment, and I want you to spend the rest all on marketing. Because if you're willing to spend it in marketing, it will definitely help you get you where you need to be at. We can buy all this other stuff, but all this other stuff doesn't make us money. It doesn't bring us in money. It makes us feel good because we can touch it and tangibly, but it's not where we need to do this. So obviously those are some startup costs that we need to get going on there. You will need to, you need roofers. Yeah, that roofers definitely help for sure. If you got a good roofer. If it's important, so there's definitely things that we need to get started, but those are the things that we need to get started. Marketing is key. Marketing, I know I say this a lot, but marketing is what brings us business and what allows us to keep us in business. Pricing strategy, right? There's all different kinds of pricing. I know people that love to go and say, well, in my market, you can't get that. And I just look at them and I say, you're right. You can't get that because you won't ask for it. So in my market, you can't get that. And so if you believe that yourself, you are 100%. You will not get higher priced tickets. You will not get $1,500, $2,000 average tickets. You will get average tickets of $500, $600, and that's not making money. That's not making money at all. So now, if you get enough of those, but it's going to be hard to get enough of those. So let's do a little bit of a case study of how you can make, $50,000 your first year. And so I did. Let's just say you install lights on 50 houses. I did 40 my first year, and so you can do 50 your first year, no problem. And let's say your average ticket's $1,000, just because $1,000 is a good start to be at is $1,000. So that's $50,000. That's all we got to do is 50 jobs at $1,000 a piece. So you have expenses, and so let's just say I always say marketing and bulbs and all of that is about a third. It's a third of the cost. So that puts us at, let's just say, $20,000. I know it's only like 17,000, but I'm giving us a little bit more for marketing too. So let's just say it's $20,000. And let's just say that if you do it all yourself, the rest is yours, right? The rest is yours. If you have employees, I always figure about a third of the cost is employees. So that would be another 17,000, right? That would be where that would be at. And then a third is profit. So that would be $17,000 in your pocket. Now, if you don't have employees, then you're going to be more like $30,000 in your pocket. So it just depends on how you want to look at this and how you want to build your business and how you want to grow your business, because all of those things are important when we are looking at this install business. So some factors affecting profitability. There is some things that will affect it. If you don't put the houses like in clusters and you're driving all over the countryside, right? One day you're here, next day you're here, and the next day you come right back. You know how many times I did the neighbor's house and it should have been done that day, that same day, so we could knock out 5 or 6? Several times. So we need to make sure that we're maximizing our earnings. So effective marketing, here's some things that you can do for effective marketing that work. So your first year, your Google My Business isn't going to do very good. It's probably not going to do good your very first year. You have no reviews, you have no pictures, you haven't been doing posts, you haven't been doing the things for your Google My Business. And so if you name your Christmas light business for your Google My Business, I would maybe name it something with Christmas light install in the name of the business. It will help you in your Christmas light stuff. So we need to make sure what we can do. We can hit with social media, right? We can start doing this stuff right now. And so that way, when the time comes, you're going to be having that habit down and you're going to be able to keep it moving. Email marketing for commercial. And then one thing that I love that still makes money is Christmas light yard signs. Moneybushes.com, right? Moneybushes.com still work for our Christmas light business. I had a guy Andrew out of Colorado, and he bought 100 yard signs. He put out 25 yard signs, and he actually he did $100,000 off of 25 yard signs. So that's how he was able to do it off of moneybushes.com. Here is probably the thing about maximizing our thing is customer satisfaction. Providing an experience for the customer is the thing that will set you apart and will help you get referrals. And it is a powerful tool. And this is something that is probably the best thing that you can work on. If you want to work on something, work on how to have the best customer service and experience for that customer, and they will go crazy for your Christmas lights. Upselling, giving packages, right? How do we give packages? Hey, you want this? Is this price? If you want the wreath, is this price? If you want the ground stake lighting, is this price? And we're going to give them everything, right? I hate garland, but I might even give them a price on garland. Is it going to be high? Yeah, it's going to be high, but that's the way that we're going to do that. Efficiency, how we install, right? There's the 25 steps that I teach for the fast install. There's a reason. There's a reason for every step. so that way we're installing fast. And then obviously repeat business. And the good thing about Christmas light customers is if you do your smart, if you're good at customer service and all of that satisfaction, you will get 80% of your customers back every year. So that is the awesome thing about Christmas lights. So Christmas lights is definitely something that you want to look at and be able to keep us moving forward. It is something that it takes some time to get, but it is definitely, you're able to be able to do what you need to do so you can keep growing. All right. If you're spending $20,000 on marketing for your first year, what all would you spend that on? Yard signs or on Facebook ads? Yep, both. I would do yard signs. I would do Facebook ads. I would do Google ads. I would get a website that's working on my Google local side of things. So that way I could do all of, that's where my main goals and focuses would be at. I'd have yard signs everywhere, and I would have, and I can tell you what some of the other people that have done the 20,000. Actually, he spent more than that, but he did stuff on the news channel. He did stuff on a lot of different things. He spent money on like Santa and bringing Santa out. Right, that's all marketing cost for us to be able to set ourselves apart. So if you're spending $20,000 on marketing, there's no reason you couldn't do $250,000, $200,000 to $250,000 your very first year. I know people that did $10,000 their first year in Facebook ads, and they ended up a little over like $150,000 their very first year. Their second year, they hit $250,000 with this about $10,000 ad spend. So there's ways that you can do this and make money at it and keep your business going. It's all, how do you do marketing? How do you do your customer service? How fast, some of the customer experiences is how fast do you get your quote out? You know how many people I know that will get leads and won't get to them till that night, 2 nights, week later? You've done lost that, right? This is something that's a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. You get that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. And, this is something that when you see this, it makes you have the warm, fuzzy feeling. And when you get that warm, fuzzy feeling, you got to sell on that warm, fuzzy feeling because they're willing to spend money on that warm, fuzzy feeling. And so if you go wait for 3, 4, a week later, the warm, fuzzy feeling isn't warm anymore, and it's not a fuzzy feeling anymore. It's just a cold thought at that point because they done forgot all about it. So it's important that when we get these leads in, that we get them back out, we start following up, we get them on the schedule, and we start making money off of it, right? That's the goal. And so one other thing is I talked about how we can actually make money and not worry about buying the lights right away is we can sell 3, 4, 5 jobs and then go buy those lights, because the way we do the Christmas light business is we make them give us 50% up front, and then when we're done the next day, we get the 50% of the remaining of our bill. And so this is how we're able to make us and not worry about, oh man, do I got any money to buy lights? Because we're going to get their deposits, and then we're going to go buy lights, and then we're going to go put up the lights. Like I say, unless you got lots of money and you can buy lots of lights in the beginning, that's fine, but I don't recommend it, right? I recommend, these are the things that I recommend, so that way you're profitable right out of the get-go. Because at the end of the day, the whole goal of this business is to have profit, right? Profit, a lot of people think profit is a bad word. Just let you know, profit is not a bad word. Profit is a good word. Profit is something that we have to think about when we are trying to get more business, right? Because if we have profit, then we can put it back into the business. Then it's not profit no more, but we can start growing and scaling the Christmas light business. And yes, you can make money your first year doing Christmas lights, and it is a lot of fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love the lights. I love watching kids come out and ooh-ah and Google over it, right? It's just an amazing thing to see the kids have fun with the Christmas lights. So with that, is there any questions? You all can ask all the questions you want, and I will come back up here and see what questions we have through here. 25,000 last 4 days. You come into Dallas. I know a lot already, but I'm still down to go to training with you guys. I'm not coming to Dallas. I will be in Houston for Ron Roby's 1-day training out there. It's not really an actual Christmas light training per se. It's more of a kind of like a convention is what it's going for. So I will be in Houston for that. And I will be speaking for 30, 40 minutes, and that's where I will be there. Jason, how much should I charge per foot for commercial, dealerships, restaurants, etc.? It really depends. Depends on where you are. You know, are you at $10 a foot for residential? Then I would come down to, I would probably be anywhere, depending on how much it is, I would still be $6 to $8 a foot. I would probably stay away from $6 a foot. I would probably be more like $7 to $8 a foot. But we're also talking a lot of footage, not just 200 feet, right? We're talking 1,000 feet. I'm going to come down a little bit. Otherwise, that's where I would be at. Jason, you guys come into Dallas this year. I know a lot of businesses already, but I'm down to do training with you guys. Feel like I need the extra motivation. I am not going to be doing a training in Dallas. It looks like I may need to, but this year I don't have any scheduled. I have one coming up in Indianapolis, which is this weekend, and we are going to be doing it this weekend. And then I have 2 in Raleigh coming up also, both of those in Raleigh. The one in Indianapolis, I may need to close it off. I am not going to close it off yet. We might be sitting on top of each other, but I think there'll be close to 25 people in this class, maybe more. We'll see. So, but yes. Do you have any online training? I am working on it as we speak. My goal was to have it up by July 1st. I have failed my goal. I'm a failure. But I'm getting it there. I'm coming along. It's coming along. It's just not there yet. I've shot a bunch of the videos. I still need to shoot some more of the videos. But my goal is to have it up. My goal was to have it up before this training, and I had something come up here recently. So I put in for the captain of water rescue, and I probably put 20 or 30 hours of getting all my stuff up for that. And so that's why I wasn't able to work on this part of the business. So my goal will be to have it up by the end of July, by August 1st, up and completely running. It will have websites with it also. So everything will be included with it. I will have different packages. And so I'm going to try to do Facebook ads. I'm going to do Google ads. Google ad didn't do as good as Facebook ads last year, so we're going to try those this year and see what we can do. For a first-year guy with a full-time job, do you recommend hanging the lights myself or hiring an employee? It depends. I mean, you're probably going to be working weekends, or you're going to be taking days off, or unless you work nights, then you can do it during the day. I would probably recommend, it's going to be hard if you can't answer the phone. So hopefully you have a wife or somebody that can answer the phone for you. Otherwise, that's going to make it a little bit harder for you also. And so you do got to answer the phone. If you don't answer the phone, it's going to hurt you in the end. Because if they can't get a hold of you, they're going to call somebody else. And that's just the way it is. So it is definitely something that we have to think about as we are doing this to be able to get it. What other questions we got? Anybody have? Let's see here. What's this? In person. If you want to go check out the in-person training dates and all of that, you can go to kpwtrain.com. It will be coming on the Christmas lights before long, but I haven't changed over yet. So that's where I'm at. Let's see. What's that? Christmas lights. We love Christmas lights. Christmas lights are so pretty. Uh, Yep, got a stay-at-home wife that can answer the phone for me, and that's great because she can answer the phone. You can teach her how to start doing estimates, and all of that will help you out tremendously. You will get that will help you out a lot by doing those two things. If you can answer the phone and you can do that for sure. Um, this is a good question. Do you have a preference between 12-inch and 15-inch? I personally think 12-inch looks better. Personally. Now, I like installing 15-inch. It's not because it's going to save me money. It's going to save me 20 cents per bulb, right? That's not the reason why I like it. The reason why I like it is because if I got a roof that's 100 feet long, I only have to reach over that roof 80 times versus 100 times. So it actually saves us time install and it saves us safety, right? It's less chance of me falling off, 20 less chances of me falling off the roof as I am installing. So those are the reasons why I personally like 15-inch. Can you tell the difference? You can absolutely not tell the difference between 15 and 12-inch on a house. I mean, I can show you a picture. I think I can show you. I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. But I can show you a house that has both of it on it. And if you didn't know which one is which, you would never know the difference. And so you really can't tell the difference between either one of them. But like I say, it is something that 15 versus 12, you can't tell the difference. Let me see if I can find that picture of both. I don't know if I have it or not. It would have been a long time ago. It was a job I did over in Indiana, and it's a pretty job, but let's see if I can find it here. I'm not finding it. Nope. But yeah, so 15 versus 20, you're really not going to know the difference. But I think that you're not going to know the difference. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see if I can find it here. I want to find it now. I got so many pictures. I got pictures on top of pictures. But no, you're not going to find it. While I'm looking at that, I'll answer the next person's question. What about buying customers from other contractors? You can. I'm not opposed to it. It's not something that I don't think it's going to be like. It depends on how much you're getting them for, right? If you're paying a lot for them, then obviously I probably would not do that because it's not going to be worth it in the end. So it's one of those things that a lot of times we think it's a good idea, but in the end, it's really not a good idea. And so that is why I would say, unless you can get them cheap, right? What are you getting with it? Do they have a good website? Do they have a good online presence? Because if they have all that, then maybe it is worth it. If they don't have all that, then it's not worth it, is what it's not worth it. So those are things that we have to think about when we are doing it. Where's that house at? Like I said, I've got so many houses and pictures and stuff that I don't know where they are. Let's see, that ain't it. All right. Well, I'll keep looking here. Let me answer the next question. Does door-to-door marketing work well with Christmas lights, especially targeting wealthy neighborhoods? Also, direct mail marketing could target high-income areas. Yes. Direct marketing or doing direct mail definitely is a way that you can, if you know where your target location is, it is definitely worth doing that. Door to door, I don't see. I mean, you could probably, if you know the right neighborhoods and you knew where it was, maybe. But I don't believe that's going to be your best way of doing it. I think that that is one way of doing it, obviously, but I don't think that's going to be your best method for door to door with it. So do I believe email marketing? Absolutely. Or not email marketing, EDDM? Absolutely, 100%. EDDM would definitely be a good way to get that business because EDDM it just works because you can actually get people by their address and you can see, how much money they're making or where they're at. And so that is definitely a way that we can do it is through EDDM. Daggone it. Where's my picture of my house I want to show you all that has both of them on it? I know where it is. I have to go a different route. I got to go. There's more ways than one to skin a cat, right? More ways than one. And I'm going to give some of my class away here today. That you all will be in my class here, Christmas light training here. Here we go. I know I got a picture of it right here. Brett asked, there's 6 weeks from November 1st to November 9th. That's 12 days, 2 jobs a day would be 24 jobs. That would be a good start for the first year. Absolutely would be a good start for the first year. And I think you could do more than that once you get doing it well. You can do 3 to 4 jobs. You could probably do 3 jobs your first. It's going to take you a little bit of time to figure out how to do it, but there's ways that you can do this. So in this picture right here that I'm going to show you, in this picture right here, this crappy looking, because I got it on here. In this picture right here, you can see this house right here, and it has 12-inch and 19-inch on both here. And so if you look here down here at the bottom, I didn't want to do that. Back up. If you look here, the only place is difference between 12 and 19 is the little thing around here. Come on, Jason. Is the little thing around here. This little thing right here, this was a metal piece here, and these are 15. The rest are all 12. So you really can't tell the difference between 12-inch versus 15. It takes a little bit to know the difference. Was thinking about $1.50 a foot and 10% when they paid deposit. Well, you better be thinking a whole lot more than that because you ain't gonna make no money at that point. I don't know what you're talking about there, but one good point. Also have some vacation days I could use and probably do 2 to 3 jobs there in those. And I would do those vacation days the week of Thanksgiving. That's when everybody wants their lights up. That's when your phone blows up, is when everybody wants their lights up. Just the customers and the lights. What's up? Just got done washing. It's hot as ever. You know what? It is hot as ever. Today, I usually don't have my air conditioner running over here. I usually leave the garage door up. But today was the first day I turned the air conditioner on because it is hotter than Hades out there. And yes, I do have to do another workout. So if you didn't know, I'm doing 75 hard. I know someone said they can tell that I've lost weight, and so I am down. I'm down 65 pounds, and so I'm started 75 hard 15 days ago. I'm on day 15, and I've actually read a whole book. Today will be my last day, and I will have finished a book. I haven't read a book, and I couldn't tell you how long. It's been a long time ago, and so I don't know if I've ever read through a whole book. And so I've actually read through the whole book. And well, today will be my last day in that book. And then I got to start a new book. And I'm going to do Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to read it. I've listened to it before, but I had a mentor that I like a lot that he told me about. He told me he reads Think and Grow Rich twice a year. So guess what? I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it through again because I want to be successful too. So I do what successful people do and say, and I take action because that's what makes you successful is taking action. A lot of people, they want to take action, but they just don't take action. So take action is what I'm getting at. How many yard signs should I get my first year? I'm thinking around 100. I would think I would add either a 5 in front of that or a 0 behind it. I would either be at 500 or 1,000. 500 yard signs at $300 is, um, 15 is what? Not that much. 1,500. Let's see, 500 or 5 times 3 is $1,500. It'd be. I guarantee you'll get your money back. Um, I guarantee it, 100%. So, I would do 500, or I would do couple, do 2 or 300 and keep them going. So that's where I would be at, because I love yard signs. Yard signs are definitely a money maker for you. Hopefully, I don't screw something up here. I want to shut that out here. But so if you are um, wanting, I don't know, what are you wanting? If you are wanting to check out KPW, my in-person training classes, ChristmasLights.io will take you to the old training class for Christmas lights. I do have an online training class. It's my old one, but I'm re-updating it. There's several things in there that is outdated. Not to say you can't make money on the online course. I've had several people do 30,000 on my online course, and so that is definitely something that you can do. My in-person training has a little bit better record of people making more money, just because there's a lot that we go over. And then this Indianapolis class, it's going to be a long Friday. So whoever's coming this Friday, you better buckle up. And it's going to be a long day on Friday, because we're doing Christmas lights, we're doing permanent lighting, and we're doing the hands-on portion of both. So it's going to be a long day. So it is definitely going to be a good day, but it's going to be a long day. And then on Thursday or on Saturday is going to be another long day, because we like long days. That's going to be marketing, and Paul Gardner's coming. He's going to be talking 2 hours on sales, and then I will be doing the love language and all of those awesome things too. So that is where both of those are going to take a lot of time, and we're going to have a lot of. It'll be a long day, just so you know. Don't think that I'm trying to do whatever, but those 2 days are going to be long. Marketing and Christmas lights are going to be long days, so be ready for long days. So that's what I got to say about that. And then the pressure washing day will probably get done around 4 or 5 on pressure washing, if you are hanging out for the pressure washing. Do you doing the Indianapolis class every year? I'm in Ohio and might do it next year if I get my business up and running. Yeah, I probably will be doing it every year. So it is definitely when I do it. So it'll usually be in July. We may try to move one in all later, but that's when it is right now. So, but other than that, that's all I've got for today. Again, I go live on this channel, on Christmas Light channel, every Wednesday at 4. I'm going to start doing it every day at 4. I'm going to start trying to put more stuff out on my Christmas Light channel, so make sure you check it out. If you haven't subscribed to it, I'd appreciate it. And then also give me a like. That always helps me out too. And then comment on anything. Comment on all my videos. I appreciate when you all comment on my videos. I will sometimes answer you. I will try to answer you all. I don't always get to it, but I try to. And so I appreciate when you all do that. It does help me out. A way to help me out is by commenting on my videos and liking them. And then, because I always got haters that will comment on them, and I need more than just haters. I need you guys that are awesome to also comment on them. So that is a way to do it. Also, I do have a blog that is at ChristmasLights.io that I will be putting more information. And so, like, this video will be part of a blog that I've also written out a bunch of stuff for it too. So this way we can kind of help things grow. If there's anything that you want me to hit on or teach more on, let me know. Comment, hey, will you teach about that, or will you talk about this? So that way I can help you guys grow, because that's my goal, is to help you guys grow. You guys growing, hitting $100,000 years, $1 million years is awesome, and that's what my goal is, to help you guys grow. So the huge is right around the corner. I will be there in a booth, so you'll have to come. Well, I'll see you anyway, Antonio. But other than that, that's all I've got for today. I will be back live tonight on um, my King of Pressure Washing channel, and that I'm going to talk about marketing. So on Wednesday nights, I've been talking about more about marketing stuff than just pressure washing stuff. And yes, the marketing stuff can help with the Christmas light stuff too. So other than that, I hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you all later.